What's up, guys? It's Waffler again. It's been 2 more weeks. We're on week 6 right now. So my plants have grown up a little bit more. You can see they're getting quite big. So let's take a look at them, see what's grown, what hasn't, and what's changed. Let's get in it. Alright, so boom. This is my banana pepper now. That little bitty corner that I was saying turned into a stem has boom, 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 boy. It's so big now. It's almost become its own little thing. Like, it's definitely like down here, that's a thick stem, but man, this stem is way thicker. I don't know why, but I really wish, I wish I wouldn't have cut this end like I did. I can even feel this end, this piece feels like a little bit of wood right there. But man, if I wouldn't have clipped that damn piece, we'd have had 2 like this, big thick stalks growing just double time. But that's all right, that's okay. One thing you want to do with your pepper plants, when they're on this stage, they're small, they're growing, they're trying to get big. And geez, would you look how big that leaf is? It's big 4 times as big as the little small starter leaves. Well, look, in here, I don't know. You can see this little ball right here next to the new growth. This little ball right there, this little ball is going to be the start of your pepper. It's going to blossom into a flower, and that flower is going to bloom into a pepper. Now what we want to do is, we don't want the balls there yet. We want it to keep growing. So you just take your fingers, you grab it, pinch it off. And you can see I pinched the little bulb off. When you pinch these off, it tells the plant, oh, it's not time to start making flowers. You need to keep growing. You need to keep growing these leaves out. You don't have time to make babies right now. Because when they start making the babies and start blooming the flowers, the growth process completely stops. It focuses all of its energy on getting those flowers out, getting those peppers out. But it's too early for that right now, so we don't want to have any of them little seeds. Just any little bulbs that you see, just pluck them off. See? Just little bulbs. Get those off and just let it continue. And I mean, you can, and if you see flowers on your pepper plant, just pick the flowers off. It'll restart doing its thing. It'll start growing again. So that's the pepper plant. It's really taken off and it's gotten a lot bigger, and it's looking 10 times more productive than it has been the whole time. So let's get on to the next. Boom, the Marglobes. Man, these things have gotten, we got the first little metal part. That was the first video. Second metal part, second video. We going up to the 3rd top now, boy. The tomato plant has been growing hefty. Now, boom. I got some tomatoes that are starting to try to do their thing. Once these flowers pollinate themselves, they'll actually become a tomato, I'm pretty sure. And you can kind of tell by the little star pattern up here. That's kind of the little star pattern that you see on the top of tomatoes, little green star on the top. It smells insanely strong of a tomato plant. Like, just being around it, it's putting off this crazy scent. But I mean, it's doing great. The leaves are great. I mean, this plant has done better than all of the, well, I wouldn't say all, because that corn's going crazy. But it's definitely has not shown any signs of slowing up. It's definitely hitting it big time. So let's come down here and look at that stem. It's getting a little bit thicker. I mean, it's super thick right now. Like, just pushing on it, I wouldn't be able to move it. It'd probably be kind of hard to pull out too. So it's got a little fuzz. I got a dead leaf in there. But oh, little ladybug better not eat my, I saw a ladybug eating my strawberry, man. If that tomato eat my, if that bug eat my berries, boy, I'm gonna be mad. So this is the tomato plant. I mean, it's doing great. The next video, I'm sure there's going to be tomatoes on this, and I can't wait. So on to the next one. Boom, so I got my corn. I took off the metal thing that I had surrounding it, keeping it up, because it has gotten big. This thing is, I don't know, I'd say that's a foot, 2 foot, it's about 3 foot tall, if not more. I mean, it's towering. And you can see, one thing I don't know is this is purple, and check out this one to the right. Boom. These are thick as hell. Dude, I don't know what is going on with this middle corn, but this thing is towering me. Like, this is the biggest corn that I have growing. This is little pale, small, skinny stuff. This is that big, thick. Even that one's small and skinny. I really don't understand what is going on with this middle corn, but it is just taken off. It doesn't have any purple on the bottom. It's very thick. I mean, and it is growing. Here, I'll stand up. I'm 6 foot tall, and this is coming up to my chest. Look at this. This is to be 4 foot something right there. So it is towering up. Really pretty. Really, really pretty and lush. I mean, look, my it's even taller than the tomato plant. The tomato plant is pretty dang big. So this leaf goes to the top of one of these. So if you know how tall one of those are, badoo. But that's the corn, my dude. It's looking great, and I'm pretty sure next time I film it, it'll be starting its next phase of life, where it sprouts out something from the middle, and it's like a little wheat looking thing, and it pollinates the corns. So I got really high hopes, and you can see the wind really moves them around a lot. So corn is very I don't know, you got to watch out for that wind. I didn't think you did, but it's true. That wind will mess your corn up, boy. But anyway, next week, or in 2 weeks, this thing's gonna be popping. We got the berries, boy. Let's see how they doing. I mean, they getting a little bit eaten up, a little bit bitten up. Some of the leaves have turned like red. It was crazy. We got some vines growing down here. These are starting to try to sprout new stuff, and these are reaching real far down. This, I think, I got a little berry right here. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know if I was supposed to break it that far down, but whatever. Oh, damn bugs, boy. That's a beautiful red though. My mama always said, you know, if it ain't the black piece and it's the red piece, you can eat it. Super sweet. That was tight, but it's such a small bite. I need that big, juicy, thick berry, but I'm not getting that yet. Not yet. I'm not sure where this strawberry is gonna go. It hasn't really produced a lot yet, but I'm hoping that eventually it'll just have a bunch of these vines, like 20 or so, and they'll just all be pushing out berries. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, we are at my onions is popping off crazy. They're all over the place. You know, they're gonna do their things for a while. My rosemary's gotten big. Like, this is more rosemary than I know what to do with, to be honest with you. Do a couple turkeys or something, put it on some chicken. My dill is like, dude, like Cousin It or something. This thing is huge. Like, this is a bunch of dill. What am I gonna do with all this dill, man? I just wanted a little bit, and I thought I didn't have enough, man. You know how many pickles batches I could do with this? That's a ton of dill, man. So the herbs are doing amazing. Like, if you planted one of every type of herb that you wanted in your garden, you would have enough forever, for at least the whole summer. Sage is kicking it. Dill's going crazy. It's got a ton of it. So these things are just gonna get out of control, so that'll be funny to see what happens to them. It smells beautiful. It smells amazing. So that's that. What do you think about that, Jay? You don't care? Nene? You care? Man, nobody care about my shit. Alright, now this is crazy because the grass has grown too long right here. But my cilantro has been overgrown. But here we go. Like I clipped a good bit of them last time I showed you 2 weeks ago, and now we are 2 weeks later. I mean, this is about the same amount. You got a ton of cilantro ready to use whenever you want. And my pot o' onion. I mean, these onion tips are looking fresh. I need to look up and see if I could just cut those and use them as green onions, because I think they're different, but who knows. That's a shit ton of onions though. But that's the garden now. 2 weeks, just wait 2 more weeks and you're gonna see the most stuffs ever.